Good morning, everyone. It's Mary Agnew with the Sacred Threshold. It is Sunday, June 16th, Father's Day, and it is time for our morning or our weekly gathering here. A little discussion, energy of the week, healing meditation. So, excuse me a second. This darn cough just won't let go. So, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is how do you talk to yourself? How do you talk to yourself? You know where we have the biggest, longest, deepest relationship? Right here. Right here. Right here. We spend more time with ourselves and our own thoughts than with any other person. People talk about wanting to find their soulmate. There's your soulmate. Gotta find your soulmate within you. Come to peace within you. And that very much includes just tracking. Even for a day, I challenge you, track what your mind is telling you when you're just washing the dishes or driving the kids someplace or gardening. What's your mind telling you? Because I work with so many clients whose mind tells them awful things about themselves, just awful. You would never accept somebody saying that to somebody else. You know, you think about it. How many times do you say to yourself, "Oh, you're such an idiot. Why did you do that?" Now, would you turn around to somebody else, a different person, and say, "You're such an idiot. Why did you do that?" Probably not. Yep, in the flame of anger, yes, we definitely will. But just generally walking down the street, you wouldn't walk up to somebody and say, "You're such an idiot." And yet we do that to ourselves without even paying attention to it, right? It's just this program that is running. And it happens to all of us. You know, just because I'm a healer doesn't mean that sometimes I'm not drawn up short with, where did that come from? Why am I being so mean to myself? And I think it is just such an important thing on our spiritual journey. How can we truly find love, compassion, joy, if we're turning around and stabbing ourselves? If we're using a hammer to beat on ourselves, how can we truly be a spiritual being? It's a lesson. It is a lesson, and it is a lesson every day for a lot of people. And sometimes it's a lesson every minute. Why did we pick up this negative self-talk? Well, who knows? You know, there's a lot of reasons. It could have been society. It could have been religion. It could have been your parents. You know, it could have been an old, a person you dated years ago who told you were not enough, not smart enough, not good enough, and unbeknownst to us, it's almost like we let this little worm come in and continue that same old message that is not true and does not serve us any good, right? Yes. So this week, challenge yourself. Like I said, even if it's just for one day, just pay attention to where is your mind and what are you thinking about? What is your inner voice telling you? And do you accept that? Ooh, do you accept that? Especially if you think of it as would saying those same words to a complete stranger. So take a look at that this week. It'll be interesting to see what you come up with. Now, the card that is showing up this week for us is called the Innocence card. This card talks to us about the joy in the little things. Take a look at this wise old master. He spent many years on this earth and yet is tickled tickled by this little bug that comes and sits with him. And these beautiful lilacs, which right now I have an amazing lilac bush blooming, so I'm particularly kind of tickled that those are showing up there. But it's just this, not everything has to be an all-out 10 of 10 experience, right? Sometimes it is the simple little things. It's, listening to a kid laugh or an adult laugh, listening to laughter. It can be watching a cat sleeping in the sun. It can be listening to the wind. The little things. Go back to that time before you beat yourself up. This guy's not telling himself, oh, you're not good enough. Not telling himself any of the myriad of lies that we tell ourselves on the daily. So really pay attention to this week. Where can you bring joy? Unexpected small joys. Hey, if it's a 10-10 joy, yay for you. But if it's a small joy, the wind, a little butterfly, a flower, a laughter, whatever, take that into your heart as well. All right, let's do a quick little meditation here. Rub your palms together, activate these chakras. Hands on your heart. Slow your breath. An inhale and an exhale. Inhale the freshness of this day. Exhaling any staleness in your life. Inhaling light. Exhaling darkness. Inhaling love. Exhaling self-doubt. And we look as we're standing in this sacred place. Find yourself standing in the most beautiful place in nature for you. Might be an ocean, a mountain, a desert. It might be the forest. Find yourself standing there. And I'd like you to turn around and around and around and observe what is going on around you. Where are those innocent little joys? Is it a bird call? Is it the wind, the sun warming you? Find those innocent little joys and gather, 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 almost like you're harvesting these little joys. Just like if you were going out and picking berries, you're picking, you're plucking, you're choosing to acknowledge and see these joys and bring them in, bring them in, bring them into your heart and welcome them there. See how bringing in, acknowledging, bringing in, harvesting these joys changes your inner landscape. Take another deep breath. Bring those joys into your belly fully. And feeling, reveling in this change in your inner self. Feeling your body realign, your spine straighten, your arms lengthen. Your soul expand. As you expand that soul joy out to the universe, to your neighbors, to your state, to your country. Sending that reorganization of love and joy out. That this makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference, that ripple effect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, putting your hands back on your heart, come back to yourself with great gratitude. Thank yourself for showing up today. Thank yourself for acknowledging these little gifts, these innocent joys that can reshape our lives. And come back come back fully, completely to this time, this place. Remember, our card this week is Innocence, looking for the innocent joys of life. We're never too old to find joy in the small things. And also remember the challenge to you this week to spend at least one day, even if it's just an hour, cataloging what is your mind, what is your self-chatter telling yourself. When, if you hear yourself chatter saying you're not enough, you're dumb, you've done this, why, if only, blah, blah, blah. You know, you put the brake on that. Put the brake on that and say, no, I'm going to concentrate on what little joy do I see right now. Even if you're driving in downtown traffic, you might see, I don't know, you might see a bird fly, or you might see somebody being kind to somebody else. Look for the little joys wherever you are. Watch where your mind is. What are you telling yourself? And please tell yourself, I love you, I love you, I love you, multiple times a day. So, thank you guys for joining with me, Mary Agnew with the Sacred Threshold. If you find yourself stuck in that mind loop of negative talk, of beating yourself, that is definitely something that I work with in shamanic healing. I also work with that in my mediumship, if it is a past loved one who implanted that thought process in you. And also my soul-to-soul readings, where I talk to your soul, your higher self, and we get some clarity on what's going on there. So you can find out more about that by going to my website, thesacredthreshold.com, Working with Mary, or you can message me here on Facebook, The Sacred Threshold. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Take care. Bye.